The phone rings. You answer. A voice, faint and distant, whispers your name. It's a voice you recognize, a voice from your past, a voice that should be long gone. This isn't the start of a horror movie, but a phenomenon that has chilled people to the bone for decades. Ghostly phone calls. One of the most famous cases involves actress Ida Lupino. In 1942, Lupino received a call shortly after her father's death. To her astonishment, it was her father's voice on the other end. He spoke briefly, mentioning a secret they shared before the line went dead. This eerie call left Lupino shaken and bewildered. The secret he mentioned was real, known only to the two of them. Could it have been her father reaching out from beyond the grave, or was it a cruel trick of her grieving mind? Lupino's experience is not unique. History is rife with tales of phone calls seemingly made by the deceased. In the early 20th century, inventor Thomas Edison even experimented with technology to allow communication with the dead. While his efforts proved unsuccessful, the desire to connect with lost loved ones persisted. One compelling case involves a young woman who received a call from her fiancé after he died in a car accident. He spoke lovingly, assuring her he was all right and that he still loved her. The call ended abruptly, leaving the woman with a mixture of comfort and terror. These stories, passed down through generations, became part of a chilling folklore surrounding phone calls from beyond the grave. Were they simply hoaxes or the product of overactive imaginations? Or could there be something more, something unexplainable at work? The advent of cell phones and digital technology has not stopped these ghostly calls. In fact, some argue that it has amplified the phenomenon. People report receiving text messages from deceased loved ones, sometimes even years after their passing. Others claim to have captured EVPs, electronic voice phenomena, on their smartphones, capturing whispers and murmurs that seem to originate from the other side. One chilling account involves a man who received a text message from his mother a year to the day after her death. The message was simple: "I'm okay." The man, who had been struggling to cope with his grief, found solace in this brief but profound message. While skeptics dismiss these occurrences as technological glitches or elaborate pranks, believers point to them as further evidence of the thin veil that separates the living and the dead. So, what are we to make of these chilling tales? Science offers few explanations. Some theories suggest that electromagnetic fields or stray radio waves could be misinterpreted by our brains as voices from the dead. Psychologists offer the possibility of grief hallucinations, where the bereaved mind conjures up images and sounds of the deceased. However, these explanations fail to account for cases where specific details or shared secrets are revealed, information that the living person couldn't have known. Could it be that consciousness persists after death, finding ways to bridge the gap and reach out to the living through technology? Or are we simply grasping at straws, desperate to find meaning in the face of loss and the unknown? The mystery of ghostly calls remains just that, a mystery. While science searches for answers, the possibility of voices from beyond the grave continues to both fascinate and terrify us. The next time your phone rings and you don't recognize the number, will you answer? And if you do, what will you hear on the other end of the line?